I want to take a brief detour from the goats, the rivals, and the increasingly complicated roster of people studying me like a particularly stubborn weather pattern to talk about the single strangest week of my life to date. It started small. I asked the panel, half joking, lying in bed after another long day of getting hit by Corwin and outmaneuvered by Vesca, whether it had any advice for tomorrow. Try not to get hit in the same spot twice, it said. Your left ribs filed a complaint. I sat bolt upright in bed. You're joking, I said out loud to the ceiling. You're joking at me. You've never once joked at me. You have never, not once, made fun of my ribs. Comprehension threshold reached 60%, it replied. Personality subroutine partially unlocked. Note, this may be a side effect of extended bond proximity, or it may simply be that your ribs are, factually, very funny. This is the best and worst thing that has ever happened to me, I told it with complete sincerity. I have spent 2 months being mocked by my own destiny in total silence, and now my destiny has apparently developed the comedic timing of a tired older sibling. Accurate, it said. Also, duck tomorrow. Specifically tomorrow. You will know the moment. It did not elaborate. And I want to be extremely clear that asking a newly sarcastic, magical companion for elaboration is one of the most frustrating experiences a person can have, on par with asking a cat for directions. The moment when it came arrived during sparring. One of Corwin's strikes, arcing slightly wider than usual, slightly lower, aimed directly at a spot that would have, with mathematical certainty, rearranged my face. I ducked. I wanted on the record that I ducked before I consciously registered the strike, the way you flinch from a sound before your brain finishes identifying what made it. As I came back up, breathing hard, Corwin already mid-apology, the panel offered, with what I can only describe as smug satisfaction. Told you so. You could have given me more warning than tomorrow, I said between breaths. That's not a warning, that's a horoscope. Where's the fun in that? It replied. You're supposed to be a tool, I told it. Tools don't have a sense of humor. My hammer at home has never once mocked me. Your hammer also can't dodge for you, it said. Perhaps reconsider which of us you're complaining to. Corwin, watching this entire exchange happen on my face, because apparently I have started having full conversations with my own expression, loudly, without meaning to, finally asked the question I'd been waiting 2 months for someone to ask directly. Does it talk back now? He asked. It started, I said. I don't know if I'm thrilled or if I should be filing some kind of formal grievance with whoever's in charge of magical companions. That's the single weirdest thing you've told me, and you've told me a lot of weird things, Corwin said. Wait until it starts giving relationship advice, I told him. I have a horrible feeling that's next. That night, for the first time, I asked the panel a direct question I hadn't dared ask before, mostly because I suspected, correctly, that I wasn't ready for whatever answer it gave me. Are you someone? I asked. Were you someone before you were a panel? Is there a person in there somewhere, underneath all the disclaimers? There was a pause longer than any I'd experienced from it before, long enough that I genuinely wondered if I'd broken something, the way you wonder if you've offended a person who's gone quiet at dinner. I am not a person, it finally said. I was built by one. I have carried pieces of several. You are asking a question I do not currently have sufficient comprehension allocated to answer honestly, and I would rather tell you that plainly than lie to you with a joke. That is new for me too, it added. I am still deciding how I feel about it. I read that twice, then a third time. The humor had gone out of it completely, replaced by something that felt almost like vulnerability. Okay, I said quietly to the dark of my room. Thank you for telling me straight. You are welcome, it replied. Also, your ribs are still filing complaints. Sleep on your other side. And there it was again, the joke, sliding back into place like a mask settling, like it had decided that was enough vulnerability for one evening, and was returning, gratefully, to safer ground. I did not sleep well. Not because of my ribs, but because somewhere underneath the new jokes I had heard, for one unguarded sentence, something that sounded an awful lot like loneliness. I decided, lying there in the dark, that whatever this thing was, I was going to be kind to it.